Hi, friends. Welcome back. I hope you are ready to come to your mats for another practice to help quiet the noise that's all around us. Today's practice is a practice that is focused on self-care and stress relief. This is the kind of practice where we're going to use a lot of props. We're going to hold our poses a little bit longer. If I'm being totally honest with you, I'm coming to this practice today in my head in a place of crabbiness, exhaustion. There's a lot going on for me today, and the last thing I wanted to do was actually film a practice. But as soon as I realized that the practice I was filming was one that was super restorative, everything changed. I am showing up on my mat needing this practice just as much as you are showing up on your mat, probably needing yours. So we are in this together. Let this be your reminder that you are not alone. When you are feeling stressed, when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you're feeling maybe a little bit lost, stuck, whatever it is for you, you are not alone. Come to a practice like this, slow things down. It can be helpful sometimes to tap into our more fiery nature, but that is not it all the time. And today's practice is one that we're really going to slow things down. So, prop wise, you're going to need a bolster or something that can resemble a bolster. This could be a chunky pillow or two. This could be a stack of a couple blankets. It could be a couch cushion. Find something that can replace a bolster. Some nice to haves are a blanket, not required, but could be really nice to have, and a block as well. Not required, but could be a nice to have. So if you don't already have your props, go ahead, gather them, and meet me right back here. And then once you do, we're actually getting started in a seated posture. So I like to sit on the edge of a blanket for this. So my blanket's folded up a few times. Again, this isn't a requirement. I want you to decide what would feel good, but I want you to think about what would feel really supportive. This practice is about support. It's about restoring. It's about giving ourselves that space to truly let go. So once you get there, meet me in a seat. With a prop, without a prop, choice is yours. But meet me in any comfortable seat that feels really grounding for you, allowing those sit bones to be heavy. Let the shoulders relax down your back. Think about lengthening the spine. Eyelids can soften down if that feels supportive for you, or find a place that you can simply rest your gaze. Starting to take your awareness and turn it inward. Seeing if we can leave behind any of those to-dos, any of those worries. You know that we're only here for about 20 minutes, so you've set aside this time. You know that I'm not going to accidentally leave you any longer than the length of time that you saw this video is, so find some comfort in that, right? And just be here. Take a breath in through your nose. And exhale, drop the chin down towards the chest. Stretching out the back of the neck. Breath in. And roll the right ear towards the right shoulder. Right shoulder softening down the back. Inhale, roll the chin back through to center. And exhale, left ear towards the left shoulder. Feel that right shoulder soften down. And inhale, lift the head back up through center. Reach those arms up and overhead. Exhale, start to twist it over to the right, left hand crossing to that right knee. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist it over to the left, right hand crosses. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. And exhale over to the left. Inhale, center. One more time each side. Exhale, twist right. Let's pause now for 3 breaths, keeping that spine long. Inhale up through center. Exhale, twist left. 3 breaths here. Inhale, center. Exhale, right hand beside that right hip, gentle side body stretch. We'll hold this right here, opening that left shoulder up. Inhale, lift it back up. And then exhale, take it to the other side. Right bicep by that right ear. Right fingertips reaching over towards the left. Inhale back up through center. A little bit of breath work here. So finding that grounding position, closing the eyes or softening the gaze. We're going to inhale for a count of 4, pause at the top, exhale for a count of 4, and pause at the bottom. This is our balanced breath. So take a breath in through the nose, exhale side out, and then we'll inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, pause, exhale 4, 3, 2, 1, pause, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, pause, exhale 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Keep going on your own. I'm going to join you. Take one more round. Release your breath work. Simply notice where you're at. I am going to invite you, if this resonates with you, to share a mantra with me. The mantra I'm offering up is so hum, so hum. It translates to I am that. So thinking about I am this moment, I am present, I am alive, and not trying to cling to the feeling of I am my stressors, I am my worries, I am my anxieties. No, 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 no. I am that. I'm here. I am alive. So So maybe that is something that you utilize as we move through our practice. We are going to grab that bolster. You can set your blanket off to the side for right now if you were sitting atop it. The bolster is going to come long on your mat, and we're going to sit just about an inch or so away from the edge of the mat. Your upper thigh and hip are right near that. And if you have a block, here's where you have that opportunity that you could elevate that bolster just like that. So we're on a little bit of an incline. That's an option for you if you would like to take it. And then we're going to find some length up through your spine. So sit up tall and then start to twist towards that bolster, walking your arms down by your side. And you could stay just like this, elevated, or you might rest the head down. So you could bring either ear down to the mat, whatever works for you here. I'm trying not to get my microphone for you guys so it's not all noisy. So I'm not going to get my ear all the way down to the mat, or all the way down to my bolster, but find what's going to work for you here. And we're going to be here for about 2 minutes on each side. So maybe you come back to that mantra of so hum. You're welcome to come back to that balanced breath where we inhaled for 4 and paused at the top, exhaled for 4 and paused at the bottom. You are welcome to just keep a natural and easy breath. But I want you to see if there's any place that you can allow yourself to soften a little bit more in this posture. If there's any way that you can let go just a little bit more. Thinking yourself as being alive in this stillness. Letting things come, letting things go. So hum, I am that. And starting to press yourself back up. And you are welcome to just swing around and take it to the other side. For the sake of filming, I'm going to move my bolster, but it will likely be easier for you to just flip yourself around. So the other leg and hip is right near the edge of that bolster. For me, it's about an inch away. I find that to be a comfortable distance. You might have to make some adjustments for what works best for your body. Then start to twist towards your bolster and come down onto those forearms. Maybe one ear comes down to the mat. Maybe you stay on forearms. Maybe you take some deep cleansing breaths if that would be supportive for you here. I love how restorative yoga is really this practice that meets us right where we're at when we need it. I often find myself almost forgetting that it's here for me. On days like today when the last thing I wanted was to practice yoga, which is often for me a sign that it's probably when I need it most. But it's often probably not the fiery practice that I need. It's probably the slowing down. It's probably a sign for me that I'm trying to do too much. That may or may not resonate with you, and that's okay. The more you practice, the more you get to know your body, you'll start to pick up on some themes, some cues, some tendencies that you might not have realized that you have. I think the awareness that yoga brings to us mentally, physically, emotionally is just some of the most powerful information that we could learn about ourselves. And start to press yourself back up. Love that supported twist. So you can leave your bolster right where it is. If you want to add a blanket, this is where it can be really nice to take a blanket, and if you're practicing on hardwood or any kind of hard surface, the blanket can be nice. We're just using it to soften the surface. So I'm still keeping my blanket folded up a couple times here. And I just really like it underneath my knees. And so we're going to come into a supported child's pose. So again, your bolster can be flat down, or you can make that little ramp, that little incline. And we're going to take our knees and the outside of that bolster and then just start to fold yourself forward. So when I'm using a block like I am here, I like to bring my hands to the block. When I'm not using a block, I'll sometimes wrap my arms around the bolster. So find what works for you, what feels most supportive. That incline can be really nice to just help bring this bolster a little bit closer. Maybe coming back to your breath, maybe coming back to that mantra. So I am that. I let things come and I let things go. I am alive in stillness. So so And slowly roll yourself up off of your bolster. And I'm just going to swing mine around. So it's now going wide, and you can leave your blanket where it is. You can move it out of the way. You could fold it back up and use it as a pillow. And we're just coming right into Shavasana. This is a short, restorative practice. And so I like the bolster to land right about underneath my knees. Lower yourself down. Again, maybe that blanket becomes like a pillow. Bolster under your knees, arms by your side. Letting the feet relax. Letting the arms relax. Letting your breath relax. If you have more time and you would like to stay in your Shavasana, you can just stay right here. Otherwise, if you know that this was just the amount of time that you had for your practice, start to bring some movement back to the physical body, wiggling fingers and toes, rolling the wrists and the ankles. Maybe reaching long fingertips to toes. Start to roll onto one side, finding a fetal posture, pausing there for a moment. And then gently pressing yourself up, coming to any seated posture that works for you. Again, with a prop or without, choice is yours. And then inhale, sweep your arms out nice and wide. Let your palms meet overhead. Gather all that good self-care we've cultivated. Pull your hands down through heart center. Om Shanti. Peace. I know that when we are feeling stressed, when we are feeling overwhelmed, sometimes one of the hardest things to do is to actually slow ourselves down. But I hope a practice like this has helped you realize that it is so much more beneficial that we give ourselves a few moments to quiet the noise and get back on our mats and actually slow down. Please come back to this restorative practice as often as you need to. If you don't already have my free daily practice calendar, I will leave the link for that in the description below. And if you have requests for future 20-minute practices that would help support you, leave that in the comments. Make sure you subscribe. Share this practice with a friend who you think would support it. I am a new channel and I would be so grateful for your support. It just helps more people find free practices like this. I will see you back on your mats for your next practice.